thank you for warning. I didn't see, but OBS was like a phantom.
Alright, so yeah, let's go set up Central. For people unaware, I was quoting Dodgeball when I was doing this. You didn't recognize that quote from Dodgeball? You got it. That was Dodgeball. Yeah. Basketball. Ooh, basketball. Yeah. I can do some basketball. I can mostly do basketball. Alright, so let's get started. We can do this at the Massijo level, which means, hold on, give me a second. That sounds so hold on, let me grab my password. Oh shit. DNA, RNA. What does that stand for? It's like, I think the NA part is nucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Oh, that's what the NA was. Then RNA is like, is it what, like recombinant? Nucleic acid? I don't know what the R stands for in RNA. But what would the N stand for? Well, maybe it's just ribonucleic. Yeah, that might be. It might just be right. But what would the M be? Mononucleic? I don't know. We can make stuff up.
There we
It's the
are.
internet.
Let's have a game with two brilliants. I'm gonna teach this guy how to use video macros. I'm going. I mean, the easier thing to do is
Oh, mRNA. Oh. Yeah, what is mRNA?
yeah.
one password. You have one fucking job, dude.
We don't have enough janitors.
One password, one job, 0 mistakes. Exactly. This is. Now I'm gonna use the last pass password. Because the one password is fucking blowing.
Okay. We can go through all that later. We can take care of all of that later.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying I use last password's password. That's it. Yeah, just the And I'm only switching to that because the one password is fucking blowing.
Som er den nemmeste måde at se på, hvis man ikke ved, hvor den er. I ved, at så kan man købe vores ø.
Is that the same?
Så her boede jeg til, jeg var, tror jeg, så blev det universitet på i 2 år. Så blev vi på det sidste, så 5 år.
It's the browser. Am I gonna watch any of You're on call for the Olympics right now. You almost had some issues. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's super. Yeah, sorry everyone. Just juggling this shit. Kind of pain. It was specifically a snowboard event. Was it the big air? I haven't watched any of it. Olympics sucks as far as like judging stuff. They have skiers judging. It's just fucking bullshit. Yeah, the big air. Yeah, so like they have skiers that hate snowboarding judging snowboarding. Is the stupidest goddamn thing, right? Like the scoring and rating criteria shit. It's just really bad.
I think I need to
the Olympics is good as far as for other stuff, maybe. I haven't been stoked on any Olympics.
Det er så løgn, jeg dør!
The skateboarding at least does have
Fashion, det er bare fashion.
yeah, right? They're allowed to come up
Jeg troede
with
ikke, at jeg ville se
rules,
cover shots.
but somehow, what is it?
Jeg troede, at jeg ville gå ind der på mig, så jeg givet et flash.
It's like some skiing shit.
Jeg faktisk bare spille
Mas eu consegui fazer, foi bom, bem bom, é que eu consegui
3 days, 3 days.
tirar
It's
minha
gonna be
conta
it's
lá
still
pra
gonna be
poder.
3 days.
É,
But
We are raiders
é
for
bem bom
days
aquele
and days.
negócio do
Laura, var det absolut
do
fornøjelse.
forno,
no,
porque
it's
a máquina dele
Og have a great her på
precisa
kanalen. Var det absolut fantastisk. Jeg håber, du har
de
haft
compra
en
pra lavar,
fantastisk
entendeu?
So I can close this. I can
Por
close
exemplo,
that.
Thank you,
daí
baby.
eu
Thank you, baby.
consegui,
Og se
eu
her
consegui
boldmøster.
usar bem pouco de lá.
Vandet. Velkommen til. Velkommen til.
Ia ficar um pouco já,
And
ia
if
transferir
all
pra
right,
ele,
cool.
e
All
é
right, so I
ruim
can
pra
show some.
minha conta, deixa eu ver lá também pra você que compra lá. É,
Velkommen til
e
jer
não
alle
tinha
sammen.
nada mesmo, ia ficar lá.
I am
Agora não mais, né?
Sorry.
Rank 1 Puppy, League of Legends og
E tem que lugar que sempre é perigoso, porque compra em muito
skaber
lugar,
af
né?
kostefen.
Não, a gente
Board is not
ativo até.
Hell yeah.
I made
Og det wins i Warzone og CS kan man bede om mere.
Você
So we
tinha,
create a
já
project.
percebi que não. O
Og
quê?
Hanna.
Tinha
Og Hanna.
I
que
don't think I care about front end.
o Insta tinha
Er vi klar til
muito
kunstfestival eller hvad,
essa
Lars?
máquina ela só produziu usar.
We are ready.
Mas aí eu vou seguir. Depois
Ja,
eu
det er
vou
simpelthen.
botar minha conta.
Hello.
Porque eu tenho que ficar
Black Ops Blast Smite, det er free det her. Det er free, det er free, det er free. Free, Drake.
é, eu vou preparar a janta.
Hvorfor har jeg en boble her på Crash? Hvorfor har jeg en boble? Hvorfor har jeg en boble her?
Sim,
Hallo?
eu tô dando a comida e tô fazendo as coisas direitinho, certo?
Nej, jeg kan ej.
Procedimento.
Holy shit, vi rykker os bare ikke ud af flækken. Vi
So I
rykker os
really should
bare
not
ikke
be
ud.
leaking
Eles
my DS.
sempre
How do I reset my DS?
600 smite, vi rykker os ikke. Vi rykker os ikke.
I might add those back
como que se diz,
in.
dele. Ele gosta?
Som jeg computer på en ting, så vi skal få dig og alle på stream meget.
Não.
Let's do it.
Eu vou lançar as costas dele e prepara. É bem rápido a janta, tá?
Kind of hope
Ah, eu fiquei feliz que você me deu essas dicas. Coisa boa, porque fica, era uma coisa que estava, de certa forma, travando, né?
fucker. It's so easy. Just hide it with some asterisks. Why you gotta show that shit? Verbatim.
Og Cecilia-baben er her også. Holy. The goat. The goat. Jeg vil også sige det.
Yeah, but like, you know, I don't want someone sending me some bullshit data.
How's this store run? Hi, what's Embrace?
Give me a streamer mode.
Now I'm stuck on Android, you know?
Give me a. I'm sitting here in a coffee shop.
What's Embrace?
Faktisk,
So there was this bonus. I made actually Windows for ARM in the Mac Mini first. Then I finished the Ubuntu on ARM first too. First I mean before Mac and FreeBSD GNOME on ARM too. It's okay too. Then I made macOS. iOS I made, but with a gotcha. I cannot actually release a store for iOS. For macOS I can distribute from my store, you know. So here it's actually done in macOS. But for iOS I just create the projects and I didn't even test the applications. I was just trying to make to launch in the iOS simulator. So for iOS, and you know, in iOS, I needed to select some applications that I want to send it to App Store. Maybe work on some applications like the tic-tac-toe. I think it's sort of good. Tic-tac-toe, no, I mean the Tetris, which I call it, because I cannot name it Tetris because of copyright things in App Store. So I need to. I'm thinking I'm gonna launch like quad squared. I cannot launch. It's difficult to launch all applications from C2 Store to App Store or maybe to the Play Store for Google. I'm gonna face this problem here too. So for Android and for iOS, I don't have C2
Yeah,
store.
exactly,
I
Val.
will have some applications. I create a thing that is making it quite ready to be released to the either App Store, Apple Store or Google Play.
Finding any way to reset this
Making it ready to. And right now, and for mobile, both Android and iOS, it's very initial work, just like the BSD support and sort of the Linux support. It's sort of initial work. There's a lot of work to do, need to do a lot of work
Alright, so
Okay, there we go.
before work. So right now I'm doing Android. Actually, actually, after I finish Android, I think I am gonna just have the projects and maybe running at the simulator. I want to have even a version to
Here's the
run
thing,
at
right?
the
Like, if you use
Google
like this
Play.
just to give
Like
the
there's no
small
version
things
from
like
iOS
context clues
to
and practice,
for the
just
Apple
use
Store.
Well, you sound
Was good at macOS. I'm able to launch distribute from another store that's not the Apple Store. But what happened? All mobile devices got this thing
oh wait.
that you can release applications just from their respective operating system stores, right? So at Android device I can only
No.
distribute applications through Google Play,
oh Val,
right?
we
And
recreated
at
it.
iOS devices, I'm able only
But
to
yeah, no, we recreated it. That was
distribute applications at Apple Store.
but that was the deal, right?
This
So
is,
we
I
got
think, a
this
problem that many European studios, I don't know, companies that
we got
produce
to see Leo because
software
I listen.
were maybe complaining at Android and that Google and Apple sort of
And I've actually done it before. Like we've done it here.
they hold this right. They you can only distribute through their store, and sort of their store acts like for example, if Apple don't like you, your company, or your program, they just don't release your application. They can kill your technology or your application.
All I was
The
saying was we
same Google can do that, right?
and the joke was, oh, we just leaked the keys to
So
the
it
new
would
Facebook.
be much easier for Apple to kill Flash technology, to kill any technology they don't like. It's not good for them. The same Google can do that too if
Oh,
they're
we
stored.
practice. I didn't make that. No, we're just giving you some practice.
Anyway,
The planet. They're trashing our rights. Trash it. Trash it.
And I think it's a lie to tell that iStore can offer more security
And y'all have watched that.
because
I would assume
there are
you
a
watched
lot
it.
of scams even
When
inside
did you do it?
within the stores. It's just different scams. Not mentioning the commercial scam itself. Sometimes many products It's not that they are scam, but they are not. There's a sort of abusing the point when you say, ah, they're doing,
So this is gonna be Century.
they are being truly capitalist. Total, very radically capitalist, getting money just for money. But this is, I hope they change it,
You've seen it like 6 times.
or I hope there's a shift.
What you don't expect.
Some people try to create
I'm kidding.
Linux for mobile,
It's like
right? There's a name of a Linux. Even Ubuntu, I think, can run at mobiles. Do you know?
saying I'm gonna have to like
I don't know. I think the this when Linux run at mobile, you cannot install applications from any place. Just like Windows. You can go to a website and tell do you want you download the application and run maybe. I don't know exactly how it is. It doesn't need to be that.
out there it is like
No, they make very cool the transaction, just like the package in a conventional product. They wrap the acquisition of a application in Google Play and in App Store in a very cool way, right? It's very friendly. And what happens when you create your own store? Maybe you gonna have to create your own magic for people downloading things from your store in that platform. But then maybe I don't know if Google and Apple would be so motivated to develop their operating systems, because Microsoft maybe they are, it's a monk ship from Microsoft to take care to produce Windows, right? Because Windows, people make so much money with Windows and they don't even know how to know. And maybe the Google is in this business with Android and Apple in this business with Apple Store because they hold a lot of control over the store, right?
and get like
Would be that there in that business, it would be an advantage for them. Maybe if it were different, they wouldn't be interested in having that business. Sort of Windows is a mount chip for Windows, right? A religion they maintain.
but
Eh,
here's the craziest part. This is actually different from what they recommend.
I think Microsoft was
Oh, mini
always great at breaking the big
Yeah,
companies,
I was just
right?
gonna go to the Century Elixir.
The time you had only IBM PCs, which were very expensive, some microsystem devices that were very expensive. People could use MS-DOS and Windows, right?
So then we can switch. Wait, what emote was that? So yeah, here's the thing. think you're sub-random.
Take those humble points.
Yeah, it's a 50-50. I mean, we can just base it off the version of JSON that they're referencing. They've got 1.4 here in the docs. They've got 1.2 in their like getting started sheet.
Ude med Morten, nej.
Why the fuck would you not keep that in sync? Don't they pay people to do that? Are they hiring? Did they pay me? They could totally pay me to like, you know. No, I didn't want to log in.
Excellent. Okay.
This is another big pet peeve. I wanted to go to the actual homepage. No, I didn't want to get redirected to this shit.
Not sure what
Det
we're
er,
going
det er winnable, det her.
There's no
Yeah.
Vi skal bare lige have de rigtige ting faktisk.
there's no more bugs.
Are they hiring?
Vores
I'm
kejser
going
virkelig
to
sjov.
create a new
And Brainless, it's the lower bound. It could be higher. Nah, they're at 1 point.
release. I create a release.
Ja.
Now, in general, I've found that like Elixir SDKs are pretty well up to date as far as like the latest version of stuff.
Okay. Let's.
Ja.
1.2 is just pinning at minor version, but you're missing the fact
But yeah, like maybe
that
if there's no bugs.
this is recommending bench. Meanwhile, the other thing is recommending hack. So they're not even being consistent about what HTTP ladder.
Thanks for being.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, is it a minor thing? Is it not
Nu
that
står
big
vi
a
bare
deal?
og... Ja.
I mean, it's still got to matter at least a little. Like, they should be consistent.
Hvorfor? Hvad laver Echo der?
It's not like it's some third-party library that's maintained by someone else. This is the official Get Sentry.
Jeg troede, vi skulle til at have en eller anden gigantisk teamfight. Vi var 3
Publishing
mennesker, der
the Sentry
nej, nej, så
Elixir
er der tilbage dør.
And
Så skal jeg
this
til at starte noget helt nyt.
is massively different from what this actually
Det
says.
havde fandme været bedre, at han havde løbet en masse løs for det. Altså, løbet herop, og så var død der. Og vi så kunne fortsætte. Men at han holdt det tilbage, og lige når han dræbte.
Why are these things divergent? So,
Det er jo Iron Play 101.
it's got to create a nightmare for this.
Så bliver der jungle. Hvad er 2.8? Ja, ikke dum. Der er måske en phase der.
I mean, the biggest thing is like, dude, you could be parsing this markdown file
Ja, ikke?
if you really had to. If you're using Elixir before 1.18, it'll default to whatever, sure. Right, this doesn't help us. It's still the same version of JSON. It's still 1.4 instead of 1.2.
Du er helt ude på dybt vand.
They're gonna default to Finch no matter what anyway. So the Hackney thing is just way the fuck. Right? Like looking at version
What? Hvor fanden er bro hen?
of the Sentry SDK. 10.8.1, 11. This is telling us 10.2. This is the one that we get from their onboarding docs inside of the Sentry application. So this is just simply a similar thing, right? We were just talking about how Google, Microsoft, and other giant fucking companies, right? Anthropic, OpenAI, have teams.
Det er
that
så
work-
huge! Det er så
and
huge!
these teams
Kom
do
nu!
not communicate with other teams to stay in sync.
No! Kom nu! Det er genøtigt!
There is some staff, like staff developer, staff engineer, whatever, maybe principal, it's fucking insane.
Holy shit, en hot view, by the way.
These things should be consistent. All it does is cause bare minimum, a double like shit. Bare minimum. Throw my hat.
Jeg er godt nok ikke så meget.
Are they?
Det er faktisk lidt... Det går, men det er faktisk...
I like the default to fixing. Right? So if we looked at the actual dependencies, I would bet that Finch is actually part of like the mix.
Måske ikke det bedste call, kun at se det der.
Oh, you were actually looking at these.
Nej! Det er løgn!
Yeah, so Hackney, Finch,
Fuck!
Jason, like they're all optional dependencies.
Hold up, bro. God damn.
Are they not? That seems
Evil hot wings er så store.
like you gotta have them
Køb
to
færdig
do the
lavet hot
core. So I'm really questioning like, if these are actually optional. If they're not there, what even happens?
Det var gates, det der.
Are you gonna fall back to like HCT poison or something?
Nej. Dumbass decisions. Du kan ikke bare gå helt over i basen der, så spiller jeg ikke nok.
Oh, so that might be it. Like Jason's on its way out. Oh, and were they actually saying that? Hold on. Maybe I misunderstood what they were saying. Sentry will default to the built-in JSON for JSON document. So that makes sense, right?
Stadig winnable det her. Stadig winnable.
Sure. Okay. But still, bench for HTTP requests? What would they... Oh, let's see this. Like, what would they be using for HTTP requests if they're not using it? Does Erlang have one of those built in too? I would assume that there probably is like an Erlang built in. That would make some sense. Give me a second. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Nice! Flot det der. PvP. Mordecai styrker med godt lidt. Jeg tænker, det er... Oh my god, Kaiser begynder her. Holy shit, Kaiser begynder. Fuck. Shit, shit. Okay. Guilty pleasure, hvad der kan bruge de her. Det er rent faktisk spicy. Jeg har det værste, jeg har godt hørt det om Lidls færdigvarer ting.
And I'm back.
At Lidl faktisk laver nogle ret gode sådan netop færdigvarer ting.
Oh, Bestie, I didn't even put my own.
Jeg har bare ikke set det.
Someone else put
Så
it.
selv i Viborg, der boede jeg ikke i nærheden af Lidl, så
That was Krasner, one of our longtime ones. I think he did it back in 2019.
Mordecai så fortsætter med.
So basically, I had the statue, like, doing peeing and whatever from, like, the movie. The Money Pit. From the movie The Money Pit. That's what that exact scene is. I've had that scene since I started streaming. That's my, like, going with scene. And then Krasner was like, hey, what resolution are you streaming at? I was like, 1920 by 1080. He's like, alright, give me a I guess he had, like, captured me making that face. Like, looking at just down in the corner, captured that, grayscaled it, and gave me just a transparent gift of just my face. That I could open. It's genius. It is genius. I got
faktisk tid til. Kejser ikke også.
But yeah, well, and then, hold on. So, brainless, as per that statement, and without looking at the
Yeah,
code, that
Yop's
tells you
Baron,
that the
Yop's
service
Baron,
can
Yop's
define the
Baron, it's
JSON
so huge.
HTTP library to
So
use.
huge.
Did the same thing for one of your libraries, where you allow the consumer to set their own, as your services didn't agree on which one to use, so don't look at your comments. No, and I get that, but different libraries have different
Kejser.
different signatures of like a get or a set. I don't understand how you could make that fully generic.
I need you, baby. I need you.
Like, I understand how you could do that in like the PHP ecosystem, like the framework interop deciding what HTTP clients should do as far as like request response and that bullshit. But Elixir doesn't have that.
Diana,
Dude,
kommer der. Det er virkelig ikke så sejt. Okay, bare væk. Det er fint. Kukker. Huge.
right, so you could do like an ensure loaded, but then how many like blocks of like ensure loaded? This sounds like a huge pain in the ass too.
Nice. Vent. Hallo?
But yeah, in my opinion,
Vi er gamet her.
you almost need something like this.
Vi er gamet her. Holy fuck, hvor er det dig,
Like you need just a clear set of rules
What
the
if
frameworks
fucking
will embed,
outrageous?
and then you can have full interoperability. In the Go ecosystem, yeah, you just have idiomatic, you know, use the net HTTP.
Nej, Kejser er død. Vi kan ikke vente.
Yeah, I get that brainless. We just
Nope, vi kan ikke vente. Kejser er død. Det er
what I'm
rigtigt.
getting at
Det er
is,
rigtigt.
does Erlang have like a base HTTP request library too?
Snart Kejser er død, så er der ingenting, vi kan gøre.
And if so, well then yes, they would default to that and then like opt in with intro. Oh, you think that's happening? Wait, is it?
Så. Altså, normalt, jeg bliver simpelthen lige nødt til at forstå det Mordekaiser her. Fordi, altså, mig og ham, vi havde samme score på et tidspunkt. Vi sad begge to og ændrede sig fucking 0,5 eller et andet, ikke? Han er godt nok 0,5, jeg er 5,9. Altså,
Like, why would this be a pattern?
prøver han slet ikke eller hvad?
Yeah, I
0,5, det er jo der er godt.
guess you might be right. Yeah, as far as dependence, I guess HCT voicing is using Hackney under the hood all.
Må jeg se en god stream event? Tak for det, Lund. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you. Så godt, baby.
Still seems to me like they've done a breaking change since recently.
Vi kan bare spille for Kaiser her.
They've done a bunch of breaking changes.
Så tager jeg lige en scuttle her. Please ikke fight me. Please ikke fight me. Please ikke fight me.
Right? Like, if this was native to Erlang, like the JSON, why would this even be? I don't know, version 1 forever, 2 and 3 in the same year. What the fuck did they break? Like, yeah. So again, yeah, we're lightly criticizing the Sentry Elixir. Lightly. We're not roasting it.
Åh, nej! Til vejen! Nice! Sindssygt!
Alright? We had this question. And they have this. Right? Could they pay someone who gives a shit about keeping their onboarding docs in sync with their dependencies and SDKs? Maybe? Possibly?
Der var den! Kom nu! Holy shit, vi får faktisk lov at vinde det game her. Og det æder med mig ikke min skyld, det bliver jeg simpelthen nødt til at sige. Holy shit. Det er disgusting, at vi får lov at vinde det game her. Men det er all Kaiser.
Oh, I think that is the number one criteria that I point of view, and I'm not serious. And again, I like the company I'm at. That would be a significant. But if I have to move to SF for it, yeah, I don't think they do. I think they'll do remote for the right person. I've actually heard that. Well, I mean, come on, Rick. I can just recognize that the company I'm at most likely is not going to give a raise that even
Jeg tror ikke, jeg har lyst til at game mere. Jeg tror ikke, jeg har lyst til at game mere.
yeah, that pay gap will immediately. Extra 20 grand, yeah, I'll pay that. If I can just win the stadium. You know, like
Master win.
you're having a movie night tonight. See? Shit. All right. Matrix Reloaded. Okay. In a couple hours. Okay. Nah, I'm pretty sure at least high school and college, they seem pretty enthused. Thing is, I use Saturday nights for like, so yeah, like me and like 3 other people are gonna be playing some Power. I might try and just like, Footlong only shows up if it's not a weekend night. Based on his comments, it does seem like he's go out and party. That's why he's not here right now. He's already getting shit. I'm never gonna live that down.
Following Thomas
As long as he doesn't accidentally leave his wallet sitting on a suit like
let's say reduce, I call it operant, but reduce a cyclical complexity instead of putting
that's the part
if
that
nest.
blew my mind.
Just do this return and then I can do the else here, you know.
I was able to be just the worst. Lost my car for like 2 days. Went to Seattle, rode one of those fucking scooters all around kind of the area I thought it was. Then, alright, fine. I mean, just all the fucking another city you can. Wait, Kenny, didn't you say you live in Seattle? Maybe not. Maybe I mixed that up. For some reason, I had it in my head that you're like in Seattle. Oh, you're in Atlanta. That's right, Atlanta. No, you've said that. I just forgot. Yeah, touche, touche. You definitely could not. Maybe there's like a neighborhood. I did this in Canada. I hope. Yeah. I did this like 3 days before Twitch. I would not have been going to Twitch if I wasn't. Like, I can cancel credit cards. I can do all sorts of shit. That's easy. But I'm not gonna get a replacement credit card within 3 days. So I got stuck. But yeah, Slideborg, I'll try and join. I just need to like work out the audio so that I'm not like sharing my audio. That's a fantastic. We'll say if you end up doing Sunday, Sundays are
Hi, Void Sushi ca2, welcome back to the stream. How are you?
I think Friday nights I could make
Looks like I'm the first one to watch. In certain sense, yes. I plan to learn C++. What's the best way to learn it?
they're like, no, we need people in asset.
Is the way that makes you learn it.
It's like you need a roommate.
Is the way you do. Because if you learn it, you're gonna know, right? Many people learn it but doesn't learn it.
I know some people can make it work.
If people learn, maybe you don't learn. You don't cannot borrow their learn.
They could actually make it work. And not lose it.
You can learn through reading.
So
You can learn through reading. You can learn through watching videos, courses,
we can be
by going to the school.
you got dishes in your sink at your own place. If we're roommates,
For I like to give it. For Google is your friend. You can go to Google, google.com. Do you know the site?
meanwhile, I guess it's the same thing.
Then you type C++ online C++ teacher. C++ teacher.
Yeah, it's really just the same.
Yeah.
I haven't had a roommate or a
I know Portuguese C++ professor em Curitiba.
But anyway, yeah, just looking at it.
You can try to search for a teacher that you like, do you know?
Be like, dude, I can do this shit.
That you're more focused
Only has like
on learning.
defense, CNSS. It's a
Let
$75
me see.
see what it costs.
Okay, hvad skal jeg spille?
Online course.
I'm sure there's some like shitload of marketing in this like
There are many courses.
it's like a I bet those exist, right? Like
You can try, for example, Udemy. I like to get Udemy.
double check.
Let me see if this you can preview. Um, where's the preview? This is maybe I should go here to know it. I free courses are not good. I think
It's looking to me like 1200 is as
you
cheap as
know. Generally, free is not good.
that actually seems kind of good.
In C++. Then I know the site, for example, want a beginning labs. This is equivalent in dollars to $5 in Brazil. Maybe your country is considered poor, so the prices are good. I think United States is much more expensive because people get more money in the salary, you know. So maybe it's more compatible with your country. Then you have street previews.
Hello, and welcome to Beginning C++ Programming. Thank you very much for enrolling in this course and placing your confidence in the Learn Programming Academy team and in me for your training. In this video, I'd like to introduce you to the course, but first I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Frank Metropolis, and I'll be your instructor for this course. You can read more about me in the course bio. But I want you to be sure that I will do everything I can to make sure the course content is correct, relevant, understandable, and hopefully fun. I've been
You know, there are many
years.
courses,
I've
you
also
know.
worked in industry as a programmer, software
You,
engineer, and project manager.
you can do some research, you know. There's other teachers,
I got too much shit of my own to like move full time. The pivot and things like that.
teachers, you know.
Yeah, that too. Right? Like there's no washer and dryer. There's no laundry in there. So yeah, full time is
Jeg var oprigtig
just this. I feel like that's like it's just like close enough to like all the bullshit that you're good with.
det er jo insane.
Dude, this is go to somewhere where the rent is notoriously expensive. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's basically Seattle prices. Seattle. What's the fucking deal? And it has AC. Dude, you are not getting AC in Seattle for $1,000 a month. It's not happening. There's no fucking way. Dude, it even has AC. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. This is better than anything you can get in Seattle. Here in Seattle, this shithole apartment would cost $2,000. This shithole apartment. $2,000. Right? With AC? Oh yeah, $2,000. Yes, Seattle's yeah, I guess here would be the thing. Even if I were to spend $1,000 a month on a shithole apartment and the utilities for $12,000 a year from 190, it's still a bump up. It's not a huge one. It's like 10 million. But could I work that into like, hey, come on, you know, I'd be willing to rent the apartment. The rent's there as long as I need to. You know, for some other stuff. Especially if you just pump me up to that 200. Then get massive. Something to think about.
Low effort. Yes, indeed. Low effort.
Note to self.
Vi take those. Jeg gad ikke engang.
What's that, Jimmy? Mister.
Oh, bury up, bury up,
and,
bury up, bury up, bury up. Nice.
Yeah, we got ads going.
Good.
Right, ads should be so. Slideboard, do you have like a specific time you're targeting? Like how many hours? If not, no worries. It's like play it by ear style.
Okay. Come on. Come on. And move one trick, by the way. Okay, never tell them.
Well, let's do this. Slideboard posts
Who
a
is the one?
movie night. Every once in a while, no schedule. Tonight, the movie is The Matrix.
De sidder ekstra.
So I bet I'll probably go over to Slideboard movie
Der er faktisk ikke en champ, jeg ikke kan spille.
and do like the Discord
And
to watch Matrix Reloaded.
Hi, Lutz.
I have not been a part of
Welcome back.
We'll see if I can make it happen.
How are you?
These people didn't want to watch a movie with a group.
Welcome back.
Alright, so back to actually implementing Sentry into our sheets. I know. I'm taking my sweet ass time. Yeah, because we just wanted to roast the SDK. Why? Is the onboarding done? Not recommendation by hand from the program, and then we just process it. Is that something like you thought that we should? Improve the idea, and then you can. So yeah, all right. Let's follow the buttons. I just think what's here on the SDK is whatever bullshit. The onboarding. Brainless, right? Do you think we should just like let the defaults happen, or should we do what the recommendation is? I'm thinking we just do the recommendation. Actually, what do you say?
By the way, jeg alle objektivs
Way to go. You're good to go. All right. See it? All right, we're at 1.18. Let's do it.
Might be the one.
All right, so we go to our mix.exe.
Okay, nu må du gerne snakke med Gud. Det er okay. Lige der må du gerne snakke med Gud.
So JSON or JSON, we can update the dependency. Doesn't look like there's any major changes as far as pitch.
Nej, vi når ikke at dræbe ham.
Wait, what am I using to make my You don't see it in the list.
Du er i orden. Alt andet er du dum ved. Jeg havde sgu da dum ved i orden. Hvad mener du? Lise, vi havde besluttet, at du bare skulle lave noget tilbage. Jamen, det var jo ikke meningen, det skulle være Q, jeg skulle ramme. Det var bare et zoning. Det var et zoning.
Brainless, your DB is missing a table of what you were trying to do.
Jesus Christ, jeg sidder bare med en masse logic. Short reaches.
I know those are words. I don't know what they mean yet. Like, doesn't that just mean you forgot to run a migration? It seems like an easy fix to me, but I guess I'm misunderstanding what the issue actually is.
Ikke snak til mig. Ikke snak til mig. Ikke snak til mig. Ikke snak til mig. Ikke snak til mig.
Yeah, Jalem, that's actually a quote that I've been saying for ages. I swear I've seen other people use that same phrasing. I could have sworn I made this. I could have sworn I made that up. But yeah, I probably still should.
That's a difference. There's a difference right there.
And then, hold on, we missed a follow. Ornachola and Baraka, the artist.
New updates. Not that I notice, Lolut.
Yeah.
So you've been migrating to Rec as well? Yeah, I really like Rec. I think it's great.
Wow. Det føles som om, at de var 8 mennesker på det samme
Seems to me like HTT Poison has like so much more that isn't necessary. HTT Poison is, I get that, but HTT Poison depends on Hackney, right? So like Hackney is also super fucking, right? So that's the part that actually blows my mind. Like Hackney is so fucking old that it's a dependency of HTT Poison. HTT Poison is so fucking old that like, dude, why would anyone use that in production? It's so fucking but I'm wondering if Red is using
Velkommen til fucking stream i dag. Nibe Er det Nibe Festival eller hvad?
I know, it's old, but I'm actually really curious about their performances. Do they depend on some of this other
Det
stuff?
var ikke et rigtigt touch.
It depends on Finch. So Finch is like a lower level than I don't think I've ever used Finch drinks. I know I've used HTT Poison. There's another one that starts with HTT. Not HTT Poison, but HTT something else.
Har vi ikke nogen, der kommer her? Har vi ikke nogen, der kommer her? Har vi ikke nogen, der kommer her?
HTTPC.
Ribbon? Et eller andet? Ja. What the fuck? De 3 mennesker døde, hvor svært kan det være for Rift? De 3 mennesker, der døde, hvor svært kan det være til Herald? What? 3 people dead, og vi kan ikke få Herald. Holy shit. Vi har tabt super. Vi har actually tabt super. We have lost the sun. No.
Peas with onion, rice and hamburger. Picanha hamburger.
Yes.
Obrigado, Moon.
As louças, por favor.
Milk and coffee or Coca-Cola. Glass with straw, hold the glass. A knife and fork and napkin. Mom wants to. Ta-da-da-dum.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Co-founder is wishing. Rice, let me see the rice. And the peas. Peas. É com manteiga?
É amanteigado.
With butter. Butter and onion.
Dude, Elixir 1.0. Just saying there, brainless.
Det er hyggeligt det her. Igen, 3 mennesker på godt med.
Oh, HCT Potion. I gotta look up. That's a separate.
Så jeg
I think maybe that was like the. But yeah, real quick, if you're curious, how long I've actually been dabbling in Elixir. Right? Is this before you were even born? And my point being is not actually an appeal to authority, it's the exact opposite. My point is, yeah, I might have written some Elixir 9 years ago. Yeah. Like, this is actually the point I'm trying to make, why no one should ever do it. About like how long does not.
Der er ikke nogen, der har fået rift, by the way. Der er ikke nogen, der har fået rift, og det bliver bare hernede, altså. Holy shit, hvor har vi ikke øjne på mandet, altså.
Yeah, you weren't even coding then, right?
Vi dør
You weren't even working then. You were probably still in like high school or some shit, huh? Like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm bullshit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, never, ever, ever do an appeal to authority. It is absolute bullshit. Wait, are we actually the same age? I'm 41. You're also 41. Okay, yeah, I guess I forgot that. For some reason, I thought you were like a few years. Yeah, that's my point. For some reason, I thought you were. But yeah, like, this is just my biggest point. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing something. What matters is how much effort you put in.
Hallo, far!
I have not put in nearly as much effort into this as Brainless has put in within, I don't know, what would you say, the last 3, 4 years? Is that accurate? I feel like you've said this number before and I totally forgot. It's just my best. 2 years since you began running. There you go. Exactly.
Hvor jeg kunne ikke hjælpe der. Var han død, eller havde han
Maybe even less. Exactly. My 9 years of experience.
I aflyste der der. Hvor var Ebbe der? Ja. Hvor var
Does not fuck. Just like I've been using Rust just as long. Does that mean I'm a Rust expert? Fuck no. Like, hell no.
Jeg tror, der
Doesn't mean I have some percent.
Jeg tror, der er rigtig meget fejl med Holmes positioning her.
Is there
Hvad
value
indgår
to have been
objectives?
doing something this long?
Jeg er
Doesn't mean
den
you're better
eneste
or
på
worse.
alle objectives, der er game.
You know?
Det er virkelig objectives development.
Definitely.
Men for the teammates, der er no objectives.
And oh my god! Sam Altman totally just followed us. You think it's the real Sam Altman? So appreciated, though. Thank you.
Hvad laver den Java?
Não, Bilbo.
41 years.
Dá licença, Bilbo. Dá licença.
I got way too much laundry and dishes to do. It's Sam's alt. There you go. Honestly, whoever locked down that name, if you do happen to be the real Sam, I went on a rant earlier here on stream. Y'all need to implement an analytics, right? Before you do the ads thing, I'm sure analytics would be part of it. Just like, you know, whatever, right? Make people get value out of the ads. You don't even need to do ads yet. Just implement an analytics service in which people can see what is being searched about various topics. You could charge $1,000 for that. Bare minimum. Businesses would do right now. Just to have an insight into what content they need to make that might make it into. You would kill HubSpot's X-File. So you would kill every single other like ranking tool for these things. Right? We're looking at like air ops, we're looking at all these other things. All these other tools would die in like overnight. OpenAI just simply offers an analytics tool. I'm not even saying it, right? And obviously, it's going to beat it. Slade, I would assume you're not the real Sam Altman, but if you are the real Sam Altman, you absolutely
Det
fucking
er rigtig mange efterskolefolk, der kommer der.
anonymize data on what topics are being used. That actually seems like a really good idea. You already have the data.
Man kan du simpelthen face det. Ej, hvad skal vi holde simpelthen til at tage sig sammen i sådan en team?
Right? We can just give him benefits. It's not like the account was created bad.
Jeg er ikke af mumuold på missen her, altså. Det er virkelig gamings. Hvad laver vi? Holy shit, altså.
Innocent until proven
Vi sidder jo
innocent.
direkte bare troller.
Pending. I came up with that.
Vi sidder ikke og kigger på, hvem der er holdt op eller noget som helst. Nope, nope, nope.
Innocent until proven innocent.
Det vil jo være ligegyldigt for helvede, altså.
You just let me know if any other streamer says that. They owe me royalties.
Ja, det er ligegyldigt. Vi har tabt. Vi har tabt. Hvordan fuck er det folk, de spiller teamfights? Holy shit, hvor var vi langt foran, og nu sidder vi og kaster alting, som bliver smidt i hovedet på os. Det er...
Anyways, do we
Det er
rate?
fucking... Det er lustigt, hvad det her.
I think that's the
Det er lost i hvad. De engager på en teamfight, hvor vi ikke har et duel. Vi har ikke bare et hold. Det havde vi så derovre, da vi havde mistet halvdelen af vores
We could have done mixed upside down.
teammates.
Wait, downgraded bench?
What? Ikke Lustival. Det er Lustival, hvis de engager på en fight, hvor Amumu ikke har holdt.
There we go.
Der er jo ikke noget værre. Det er ligesom at
You
engage på en
opening
fight, hvor
a
alle fight ikke har Det er bare en ting, du ikke gør. Det er legit instival. Altså, hvad skal jeg... Skal jeg kunne ind,
So
og så skal
a
jeg bare
little bit
grave
of like internet. I wonder if, like, how many people here are aware of spam being called spam on the internet, right? As far as like unwanted
Så må de jo få en
messaging,
navn, hvis det er
unwanted
det.
whatever, right?
Vi sidder legit bare og thrower lige.
Y'all are aware that actually is directly derived from the money.
Like, what the fuck? Hvad er det for en
It's not even a joke. It's not like a fake thing. It is literally
Holy shit, det er skørt.
from that money fight. I don't like spam. It is literally. That's how big of nerds the creators of the
Bare
internet
lost,
is like
altså.
foundation.
Vi sidder ikke i midten af midtlanen for absolut
Actually,
Det er sgu en skam. Det er sgu en skam, det går til spillet. Det er nok derfor, jeg har det. Yes.
wait, what scene was it? Picture Danny doing that. Telling one of his like weird like orders. Picture Danny.
Og vi bliver bare ved
Seems old.
løs.
Has
Så
been
huge.
his thing.
Det er så huge. BP.
Totally see Danny talking.
Og det finder de edge develop. Finder de edge develop, tror jeg ikke rigtig er en enkelt her, hvis jeg skal være ærlig.
Here's something that I don't think I'm doxing. I don't think anyone would be offended at me. Throwing out there.
Ja,
The creator of Free Code Camp called Danny and Leon heroes.
det var ikke this develop.
But I'm almost positive Danny, right? Danny Thompson, used Free Code Camp to become a deck. It's like a crazy Ouroboros. It's like really cool.
Vi har lidt en situation her i midten.
Right? Quincy from Free Code Camp absolutely referred to Leon and Danny as heroes. Right? They are some of his heroes. And I'm almost positive.
Pickles.
He wouldn't be who he is without Free Code Camp.
Yeah, I like.
Som har lyst til at engage i det.
Just really.
I like cucumber.
Do I believe Danny? I think Danny would have become a dev no matter what, because he had so the thing that he used while doing so. That's actually like
There's I think there's ginger in Japan. There's ginger,
as far as I know,
and there's also
dev in this space for like 6 years. Really not bad. He's already progressed to like director of technology type.
turnip pickles. I think this is like the most famous in Japan, right? Sugar.
Some people are
Sugar, I think is the ginger one. I love it. Christ, it's so good.
Og så engage de i en teamfight, hvor der er 10 squad,
There is the sugar. There's Sukimono. I think it's from. I know that Sukimono from Turnip.
Danny strikes me as a dude that would happily talk himself into
And
a tricky situation
Turnip.
and then just like buckle up and dial in
I don't know. Not
and
fine.
become the person worthy of that role.
I learned to like it because I think it's very good for the health.
To
apply to jobs that you don't think are qualified because could you become qualified?
This made, you know, is made of amish from plum, a Japanese plum.
Anyway, yeah, I'm slowly.
I sometimes use them as palette cleanser.
Prime told you not to fear applying for his role. I'm guessing you mean like the role he used to have. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, right? Netflix does not hire juniors. And that already discourages people who could easily.
Yeah, I don't eat like a dish, you know. I think it's like that actually. You're eating other things, then you eat some pickles. Yeah, true actually.
Nej, der er ingen Java, der kommer ind med 4 os. Fordi vi ikke har noget
True, 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 very true. I like it actually.
Okay,
Maybe that's the purpose, right?
I think I understand.
Of pico,
So
pico.
it's not his role, it's not a role he's held. You're saying there are things he's doing that Unity is trying to hire for specifically, right? Could you apply for that job? Even though Prime never held that job, could you do some of the things that Prime is doing?
Does the fight that I was
Actually, the olive in this manner
Oh,
is maybe it's that too, right? It's not much cleaner
so when you
because
say his role, it's like a role that he's hiring. Ah, so that was like context I
o
had.
azeitona.
Yeah, like no,
It's very
absolutely.
strong flavor, but I like it.
Prime is not Anthropic. He's not getting
Yeah,
a million talking
azeitonas,
points
olive.
to pay for any role he throws. Yeah, definitely.
det der, det hedder ikke det rigtige blik. Barn,
Even if it's
gå
just
ud i
contract.
det åbne og vis dit ansigt. Er det det rigtige pik? Din fucking...
You should definitely do that.
I learned to like.
Du er
Yeah, my mistake. I was misunderstood. Yeah, if Prime's trying to hire some contractor for a deal,
Det tog min cooldown. Hvad fuck er det der, Bart? Gå ud i det åbne.
no, I'm talking more like corporate.
Med din fucking stav.
There's basically nothing about working for Prime that is good. It's a long discussion,
Der er ingen ord i busken.
right?
Så snakker vi skal rigtigt. Vi skal
I wouldn't
have
even
rigtige
lump
penge.
a role that Prime is offering
På
into
smolder.
the same like
Giv mig ret.
moral of the story that I was trying to say.
It doesn't contain.
That's just contract.
It just have
And I'm not
include.
saying just contract.
Hold da op, stavstivere.
It doesn't.
Lad
I'm just saying like that.
It's not returning here. Okay.
Applied above your pay. And again, if you're not getting paid to make Unity visualizations, who gives a shit? Yeah. So I think I get what you're saying. Yeah. I was talking more about like corporate, right? Like you're a dev and you're only 4 years into your career. You can just apply for a direct whether you get it or not. You can just apply for it.
False. So the package is not ignored.
I think too many of us get hung up on like the description of a job and like all the shit they gotta like that's in there.
Ah,
Right? The shit that's in the job description and all that.
and
You do not need to check everything. Yeah, no shit. For sure. See you before. See you again. Yeah, Shader, hold on, real quick. You're still out there, yeah? You should probably join, the movie night, right? Why not? I'll see if I can. You know, just trying to hype it up for season 3.
Okay. Jeg står her og siger, hvis I skal bare have det rigtige pik, så er der ikke nogen, der kan stå der. Så var vi bare ikke gået ind og tage shit. Vi står og gemmer os i busken her. Svaret er der. Det første han gør, det er kraftedeme.
Have you been to one of the movie nights?
Det er sgu da imponerende.
Like, what's it like? Is everyone just, like, chatting? Or is it like, you know, you gotta, like, hear audio for, like, voice?
Vi står og venter Common Collective i
Because I
busken
can
her.
definitely make
Vi
it
har
if
begge
it's just, like,
holdt
the
op.
video feed and we're all, like,
Vi har
chatting.
begge holdt op.
I can
Bare.
imagine.
Han når ind i bussen her. Han når ind
If
i
I need to, like, hear words being said,
det første han gør, når han ser en Tarek, den mest
that one's tough. Because I got game.
Pausenbrot. Like,
So we added Sentry Jason
sådan og sådan noget, men forstå mig ret.
We added the Jason
Forstå mig ret.
actually just moved over.
Jeg forstår bare, at det bare one-shot i stedet, der er på begge af hans.
Oh.
Jeg ser det. Så blev vi jo alle sammen bare nok i deres tangent.
Ooh, so here's another question. Ramus. Do you alphabetize your
Det er bare sådan noget, der er det mest spændende.
Should I be doing the same thing? Like I've kind of done so, but I've been doing it by hand. I'm surprised that Greedo doesn't do it.
Pis fra Hornstvad.
Like honestly, this feels like something Greedo should auto
Pis fra Hornstvad.
and just
Han laver cowboys-style.
So you don't strictly sort your dependencies. Try to put them in order in chunks, core, then testing. Oh, right. Yeah, because there are like dev depths. So I would say like, no, that makes sense, right? You have like a chunk that's depths and then like another chunk that's dev depths. Yeah, but then within those two chunks, are you like sorting that chunk? I feel like that's probably but also does
Så jeg når ikke. Jeg ved ikke, den tager mig også der.
you don't quite follow it because teammates are not sorting your shit, right? Like, if it was just a Credo thing, it'd be done and you're fucking done. Like, dude. Yeah, why is that not like a Credo song? Why is Credo not doing it?
Så jeg kan ikke se, at mulig information. Right?
Maybe because of the whole like dev versus like prod thing? Yeah, I'm really curious. Let me go use the restroom. And yeah, snowblower. Didn't you just hear it? Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Der bliver simpelthen Ja, oder alles neu machen und das, was hier drauf ist, wieder wegnehmen. Ja,
What did you figure out? Was it a code thing that you were not going to be able to like actually like leave? Right, you're gonna be stuck doing that instead of gaming with us because you just had to figure it out. I get it. Alright, so I am gonna sort my you can't stop it. This can't stop me. The missing tables were populated by a rust service through a loader, and so it may take a bit. Well, I mean, we haven't heard from Robotic. Yeah, Robotic is not even in chat. He hasn't sent a message saying he's not dead. As far as I can tell. So, let's keep going. The power of what does this shiny button do? That can go wrong so quick. Oh no. Allow me to demonstrate. I live in a legal state. Take it easy. Just Washington State. Wait. Should we do the whole like humidifier thing? I think. I'm not sure anyway. I don't think we have to do this. I don't know anyone cares. Worst case scenario, we delete or we make the VOD private. So yeah. Oh man, what does this shiny button do? This button. What is it? No shiny. Hell yeah, Slideboard. Do you partake? I'm always curious about that. You never know. It's actually the story of my life. Like, even like in my snowboard years. You do, but not on stream. No, I get it. I totally get it. That makes sense. I totally get it. I feel like I've been doing this long enough, I just don't do it. But also, that was kind of what that was actually how I started. I smoked a lot of this on stream. Like, I used to smoke before. I used to drink that. I should probably opt. That's a bad Right. That was something I dealt with in like the snowboard world for a long time. Like for some reason, be chatting, hanging out with people, and they'd talk about smoking weed. I'm like, oh yeah. I'd say something like, oh yeah, yeah, let's go smoke. And they're like, wait, you smoke weed? Why do you think I don't smoke weed? I snowboard, don't I? And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how are people thinking that I don't smoke weed? Fuck, dude. I just remember having that moment so many times. Like, as a snowboarder. Like, what the fuck? Like, it got to a point where I'm, like, I just accepted it. What is it about me that makes me seem like I don't? I think I fully like corrected the other direction. So where now you look at me like, yeah, he's yeah. I don't know. It was just interesting. Yeah, exactly. Like I've overcorrected. For sure. And the thing is, I smoke less now, which is weird. It is weird. Anyway. Alright, so yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're setting up Sentry. It's actually kind of easy. We want to look at the GitHub docs. So here we go. Right? No, not right. It's Sentry Elixir. They say we add the dependencies, we add the ones with Sentry, and then we do something. This goes in the dot. Yeah, exactly.
No fights.
So I definitely do not want to be doing this in the config now. I don't want logs going to Sentry.
Det er virkelig outrageous, man. Jeg havde lidt som jeg havde
Maybe there's some filter at like the ST.
crazy as motherfucking numbers back then. Like a podcast video was cool.
How would I pass it? Really, I'd want to have a separate DS. Is a DSN just based upon like let's say I'm using Sentry for two entirely separate. Right? I've got my marketing site that's using Next.js because someone doesn't know what they have. And you want to track exceptions. Even on the server side. Then you've got your other like, I don't know, your dashboard app. It's just like
Det var pænt. Men det var faktisk en kom from.
You want logs from both those? Are they the same DS? No, like he would set them up as like now hold on. Let me just want to make sure I'm not leaking something as I switch those. Yeah, totally. I would have leaked the DSN again. I'd have to reset it. So the idea is I would just create like a project. You can show this. Can't click in. I can show. The idea is I would have a project per thing that I needed. PSN is explicitly formed. I think that's the right expression. Swish like just some kind of chat.
Det var en anden tid. Det var det sgu. Og jeg tror mere,
Always wondered about it. Like, dude, it's like but yeah, the idea is I've seen this throughout the years and I've never understood. When I hover above them, why is it like being by using shadow, you're mimicking like the real world. The thing is like reaching out to me to have it impressed. I don't know, like, dude, it would be a weird sensation. You go to press a button, it starts like blazing up as you hover. I've seen sci-fi movies like that. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I've just never understood the hover. I'm curious if there's just I'd almost rather see just like I don't know. I'm not a designer. And it's not unique to There's so many festivals where the hover effect. You know what I see a fun one to try like a circle, like a faded circle, like a shadow of the point of your hover. So you know you're hovering because you see it. And every button just inherits its memory from the site. But it's still pretty amazing. on Web 2.0, but it was like Web 2.0. We make that part of like Web 2.5. Are we Senver like the web yet? Have we done that? Yeah, we did. Pretty sure we did. Yeah, Web 3 broke off. It wasn't closed. Making sure. Alright, that was I'm not trying to be. Alright, let's actually. We're only gonna ship it to Prime. We do need to test it. So we'll see some of that. But and this is the thing. Anything like this should try. Am I watching the Olympics snowboarding? I mean, I'll watch some highlights. Sure. I'll check it out. I didn't watch the X Games live. I think live they do a lot of padding. Right? I don't need the shit between seats to show me. You show me just like bam, 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 like amateur. They never make it. I don't care about the commentary. I think that's the thing. I think the commentary helps people know anything about it. Take out the entire commentary. You need just like run after run Same thing back. Just watch it. And also, it's just like the spin to win. Olympics snowboarding is like just, it's measured by skiers that don't like snowboarding. And they're like putting it to system. So then rotation is like
I'm gonna do a break